Hey guys, and welcome to another upgrade for my mini e-revo. Today we're going to be installing the toys chassis braces for the front and for the rear. I ordered the chassis braces because on the mini e-revo the chassis tends to break here and here if you do some heavy bashing. So one solution for that is a T-bone. As you can see, I have it on for already maybe 2 years. It's working perfectly. It also protects the front and the rear, but now I don't do so much heavy bashing anymore, and I also don't learn to drive, so I don't crash as often, and the T-bone limits the ground clearance. So what I like to do is just put on the chassis braces and remove the T-bone, so that I will have more ground clearance and also more maybe also be able to pull some wheelies or back flips, because it's not possible with this on the back and this on the front. So let's install it. There we have it, everything that is included in the set, which is one chassis brace, 3 screws, 2 long ones and a short one, so everything you need to install it. And the part number for the front chassis brace is toys 93, and for the rear is toys 94. I got them in black, but I also have them in different colors: silver, red, blue, everything you need. So the installation is very simple. We're going to start with the front and then work our way to the back. So first thing you need to do is just remove these 3 screws. The screws have been removed. Now just take out this shock mount. You don't need this anymore because the chassis brace, this piece here, acts as the shock mount, and then just put it there like this, lined up with these 3 holes. Then put the shocks on top of the chassis brace, and you can screw it in using the screws provided in the kit. The front is done. As you can see, the brace has been installed, and you will also note that the shocks are a lot higher than they used to be, but that's not a problem. So then moving on to the rear. The rear is basically just the same, except with the different chassis brace. So the rear chassis brace has been put on. It's just the same as the front, and I want to say another positive thing about this chassis brace is maybe you will have noticed if you have the mini e-revo, if your car lands on this thing here, this screw of the rear body mount will come out, and in the hole where it sits in will strip. You can't get screw back in, and you have to get a bigger screw. But with this thing, the chassis brace, these screws are holding this chassis brace tightly to the chassis, and this chassis brace is so stiff it holds this piece in place, so the screw will never pop out again. So that's a great thing. Another great thing about this chassis brace. Another good thing about this rear chassis brace is that you now have more room behind the motor. So if you want, you can install a longer, more powerful motor without screwing up the rear stock shock mount. And one more thing, if you are using the RC screws kit, you can actually replace this screw. It's provided in the chassis brace kit with this one. It's provided in the RC screws kit, but the long screws you can't replace because this is the longest one you find in the RC screws, and as you can see, it is way too short. So now I'll just have to remove a T-bone and this upgrade will be done. There we have it, we are done. And as you can see, it now has way more ground clearance than before. It also has way more suspension movement, so it won't bottom out as easily in the rear and in the front. It also has less weight, so more speed and more maneuverability. And also I might be able now to drive this thing against a wall and do a 360, which I couldn't before because of this protection thingy there. So this upgrade is done, very cheap, but I think it will be, for an experienced driver at least, very effective. So hope you enjoyed this, guys, and I'll see you soon.